Hello, and welcome to Jim's Idol Reviews number 2. Today, I have this single by Prizmmy. It is called I Just Want to Be With You, Kaso to Shinjitsu no Hazama Day, and I sure hope I pronounced that right so my Japanese friends and even people who were born outside of Japan who know Japanese better than me aren't offended or upset by my pronunciation, and I apologize if I got anything wrong or I'm going to mispronounce. If I mispronounce anything, I apologize in advance. So, the latest single from Prizmmy. This is like their 12th single or something like that. I should have checked before starting this video, I guess. Uh, they've been around since 2012, technically, although they were originally called Prizmmy when they were auditioning for Pretty Rhythm, Aurora Dream. There were some live action segments where they were auditioning for idols, trying to pass certain tests in order to be an idol. And of course, the three girls, Reina, Mia, and Karen, all did pass their auditions. Later, a girl named Ayami joined them, and they became a quartet. Ayami left the group a year ago, and she wanted to focus on school, which is, it's okay if she wants to focus on her education. That is good. Some people don't want to go to school. People want to drop out of school, and Ayami wanted to go to school. Well, Prizmmy have a sister group called Prizmmates, and the leader of Prizmmates and the oldest member was a girl named Hina, and because Prizmmy is a quartet that their songs are meant to be sung and danced by four girls. Obviously, Prizmmy needed a new member to replace Ayami, and Hina, being the oldest member of Prizmmates, became the fourth member of Prizmmy. And let's see here. This girl right here on the end is Hina. She is one of my favorite singers in the group. She's got a really soft, cute voice. Uh, in contrast with some of the other members of Prizmmy who have different sounding voices. Let's see if I can do this right. Okay, on, let's see here, this end, we have Karen. And I apologize for the glare. We have Karen. She is one of my favorite members because she has a really incredible, mature voice. And Karen is the only girl in Prizmmy who has ever sung a solo for one of Prizmy's CD releases. She sang a song called Tear Smile for Prizmy's album Takeoff. Next to her, with the short hair, is Mia. Mia used to have long hair, actually. And let's see if I can get a close-up. Mia is one of the more popular members of the group. She has sort of a deep voice, a tad bit on the husky side, but still kind of pleasant. And next to her is Reina. Reina is the oldest member of the group and the leader of Prizmmy. Let's see, my finger. Uh, she has a very mature voice as well. All of them have distinctive voices. At least I believe they have distinctive voices, and I think their singing is pretty good. And Prizmmy is the first group I think of when I want to listen to Japanese dance pop music. Their songs are generally excellent. Now, I'm not going to say that all of their songs are perfect, and I love each and every one of them. They did have a couple of B-sides that I wasn't real crazy about, and in 2013 they released 3 cover songs in a row, and I prefer Prizmy's original songs to cover songs. Now, the ironic thing is, the man who wrote those 3 cover songs, let me check, Tetsuya Komuro, also wrote the latest single, I Just Want to Be With You, which is kind of strange. I prefer Prizmy's original songs, and I do like this one. I Just Want to Be With You is a terrific dance pop number. Uh, it, uh, it's typically energetic Prizmy song with a dance break that sounds a tad bit different from the rest of the music. But in this case, everything kind of blends together, and I enjoy the whole song. And it's one of Prizmy's better singles, if you ask me. Uh, Prizmy and Prizmates, their sister group, put together, form a new group called Prism Box. In just a sec. This was the last Prism Box single, for those who haven't seen this. And this one was called Kiriki Runway. And there's a total of 12 girls in this group. Now, let's see here. If I can get you, if you can see all of them. Again, there's glare on the screen, and there's not much I can do about it, I guess. Prism Box have had 3 singles, all of which are good. The Prism Box just kind of keeps hitting them out of the ballpark. That's one expression I could say to describe their singles. One hit after the next. I just love all 3 Prism Box songs. Rainbow X Rainbow. I think actually it's just called Rainbow Rainbow, but there's sort of a cross or an X between the 2 rainbows. Rainbow Rainbow was the first Prism Box single. That one had Ayami, as well as the second one, Happy Star Restaurant. Kiriki Runway was the first one without Ayami. Now, this may sound confusing, but try to keep up with me. Although Hina is currently a member of Prizmy, she is also still the leader of Prism Mates, as well as a member of Prism Box. That's 3 groups. Most of the girls are in 2 groups, Prizmy and Prism Box, or Prism Mates and Prism Box. Hina is the only girl in all 3. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the 3 original members of Prizmy were called Prism Mates, so I guess you could say technically they were Prism Mates before Prizmy, but the new lineup of Prism Mates was created after the lineup of Prizmy had formed with 4 members, and they released their first single in March 2012, and it's been close to 3 years, I guess, since they've been releasing singles, and wow. I'm super impressed by Prizmy. I like Prism Box. I think all the girls in this group are really, really good singers. I am in particular impressed with Karen and Hina, although all 4 members of Prizmy are awesome, and I love the girls in Prism Mates and Prism Box. All terrific young singers, and if you're in the mood for some good dance pop, then I suggest checking out Prizmy and or Prism Box. And like last time, I'm not playing any songs, I'm not showing you any video clips, I don't want to break any copyrights, and I hope by showing you the CD covers I'm not breaking any copyrights. But this is Prizmy is a really good group and gets my highest recommendation, and I hope you will check them out. And thank you very much if you have actually sat through all of this and listened to me talk for nearly 10 minutes now. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and I'll probably do a third video sometime later. I just don't know when. Bye bye.